Aries, I'm here to give you a wild card read straight from the hip with lots of lip, and we're going to just jump right into it, both feet first. I'm not going to waste any time. This is for any significant Aries placement, or if you happen to have a prominent placement in the first house. Likewise, if you're a Libra rising, that makes you an Aries descendant, and you can find a lot of resonance with this message. So let's see what's going on. What's coming at you, Aries? What does Aries need to know at this time, Spirit? What's the download for Aries at this time, Spirit? What does Aries need to know at this time? Happy solar return again to you, Aries. Wishing you lots of blessings in your next trip around the sun. All right. Let's see what we got coming in here for you. Well, we got the Two of Diamonds in the shadow. Okay, something's really out of balance here. It's kind of casting a shadow over how you're feeling right now. Things just don't feel fair in this situation. Or there's something that just feels like it's a little off and you want to get it right. This could be in matters of the heart. You know, you could be trying to balance things out in your heart as well. You know, you were hoping for some kind of new beginning. You feel like things are stalled out. You know, you're wondering how can you get things to a place where, you know, what you're feeling inside and what you want to see manifest outside, you know, in your life can like get on the same page. But right now it feels like there's just some kind of imbalance that's keeping you from seeing the manifestation of your heart's desires, right? I feel like you're trying to get a real clear view of this situation. I feel like you're, you know, being logical about this. You're also employing a lot of wisdom. You might be looking at certain things that you need to cut off, certain things that you need to release, areas of your life where you're needing transformation, or you need to bring things a little bit more into balance so you can like get your heart aligned with the right path. I feel like you're looking for the path with heart, okay? You could be dealing with an air sign energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I also feel like you're in this place right now where, you know, you may be kind of like a little bit pessimistic. You might not be having too much hope about new beginnings. You might be feeling like things aren't going to pan out the way you want them to, or you're not going to get your due or what's fair for you. You might be feeling a little shut down in the heart space. You might be trying to approach things more logically because you don't want to make yourself disappointed. You know, you don't want to feel like some sense of disappointment. This is sort of like the basis of the matter. So is it warranted? With that, a light just went out. Let me turn the light back on. We'll turn the light on for you, Aries, okay? Let's turn the light on for Aries, all right? You don't have to move through the dark, ma'am. What do we got here? Yeah, there you are, okay? You just need to reclaim your fire, man. You need to find your fire again. Your fire got snuffed out there a little bit, all right? Maybe you were like going forward too fast. Maybe you jumped the gun, man. Maybe you burned yourself out a little bit. Maybe you got burned. Maybe you were like Icarus. You know, you wanted to fly high. I don't know why I just heard that song. It's like an old song, man. Flying high, Michelle, okay? Michelle could have factored into this situation, okay? But I feel like, you know, your fire got snuffed, you know? You were hoping to balance something out, maybe. Maybe you were hoping for like a new beginning in matters of the heart, or something that was just really like, you know, close to your heart. I feel like it's a dream you wanted to see manifest, but you've kind of gone cold because you feel like your fire got snuffed out. You're just in the process of recovering your fire, okay? Now I like this. Now you're back in your energy, okay? Help's on the way. Help's on the way, Aries, all right? Yeah, you dealt with some disappointment here for sure. Big disappointment in matters of the heart. Let's get some more details here. Ooh, okay, all that one. All right. Now Aries got a lot to say. Yeah, let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about what was supposed to come in for me but didn't show up, okay, with the 3 of clubs there. You've been waiting a long time. I think you feel like you've waited long enough. Like, you know, when is it my chance? When is it my chance to feel like I got my fresh start, my new beginning? This is where the area of burnout's coming from, because this landed right on top of my incense holder. We got the 6 of Diamonds in the shadow, okay? Feeling like you're on your own. Feeling like all the weight's on your shoulders. Feeling like you don't have somebody to, you know, kind of like, you know, hold that weight with you. You know, feeling a little bit burdened. Also feeling like there just isn't a lot of reciprocation. This can feel like you're kind of doing everything to try to maybe even get something to, you know, have a new beginning. I got like that, like sort of jump starting something. You're trying to jump start something, but you feel like, you know, can I get a little help here with this? Can I get a little help here with this? You feel kind of disappointed about this. You're wanting to turn some kind of disappointment around. You know, that's the hope, but you know, you sort of feel like you're being expected to do all the work in regard to that, right? There's a little bit of illusion here in this situation, perhaps a little bit of confusion. And this can also be this place of like things you wanted before, you know, kind of led you to a place of disappointment. So now there might be a part of you that kind of shut down a little bit because you're starting to question your own judgment. Like you don't want to have that kind of an experience again. And it's like you want a new beginning, but at the same time, you don't want to be disappointed. So I also feel like you might be in this place right now, I have to tell you, where you have a few options. You know, there's more than one way you could go. You have more than one choice you could make, more than one avenue you could pursue. And I think that you're getting a little caught up here trying to figure out, well, which one of these is really going to lead to that new beginning. Because I know I've made decisions before where I acted really impulsively and it led to an imbalance. Ooh, this could have been around a Queen of Hearts, or this could have been you following your heart and it just went pear-shaped, man. This is a highly manipulative energy here. Queen of Hearts, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you know? Yeah, you know, you may have found out that somebody that you really did make an investment in, you know, is kind of like leading you astray. They weren't also, you know, equally invested in you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you were the one doing all the work. Meanwhile, this person was keeping their options open. All right. I can see how that would lead to a feeling like this, man. This could be an ex that you were dealing with here. Okay, we do have the 9 of Spades in the shadow. That's like a lot of high anxiety. This is having trouble sleeping. This is your head is too busy, you know. You got a lot on your mind. You know, you just don't know how to work this out. This is high level stress. I have to say, in some cases, this can even be like old trauma and stuff resurfacing, like repressed stuff surfacing, you know, stuff coming up in your dreams. This is really just like really needing, you know, some good quality rest, you know, some rest and some relief from stress and worry. You're really worried about something. And again, it could be around this X. We have the Queen of Spades here. So if you're a Libra rising, this could be coming in really strongly for you. There might even been somebody in the mix. It could have been this Queen of Hearts, you know, in the mix that was really causing a lot of worry, a lot of stress, maybe was, you know, creating some troubles in your situation. Here's the thing, though. I feel like you're going to overcome this with the 6 of Clubs coming up in the light. All right? So you Libra risings who've gone really, really freaking cold, man. You've gone really cold because you felt like, you know, maybe it wasn't safe. Maybe something really got activated for you. You're going to overcome this, all right? Whatever was causing you this stress, this worry, this anxiety, this is being alleviated for you, all right? I get it. You're tired. All right, Aries, you're tired. I see it. Like you've had to shore off one thing after another with the 9 of Clubs in the shadow. This is, I have to tell you, this feels like this energy here, this Queen of Hearts in the shadow is like throwing some heavy stuff in your direction. All right, big time. Because this is like having to really put up the defenses because somebody was like wanting some kind of victory, wanting some kind of success. Like I feel like somebody was trying to like overcome you or something, or like take your spot, or like try to like snag something that you know you considered yours or in alignment with you. You know, this is somebody like outright like just being in direct competition with you. But there's also like this sort of vibe of somebody continually like being an antagonist in this situation and a need to protect oneself. Whatever this is, you're overcoming this challenge here, all right? You got movement. You may not have had movement for a while. You may have felt really blocked because you had a lot of opposition coming at you. But this is moving forward. Do you see here? It's coming up in the light, okay? So you're not going to be stuck anymore. And those worries, those anxieties, those fears that you had originally here, do you see this, okay? They're going to be completely resolved. Completely resolved. Who else had this come up? Capricorn had this come up about moving something forward. They had 9 of spades, both in the shadow and light, and so do you, Aries. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn, okay? You could have been dealing with North Node matters, like how do I open my road? How do I make my dreams come true? How do I clear these obstacles out of the way? This could also have something to do with 10th house activity, okay? So like your career, your reputation, your standing in a community, you know, how you're viewed, your image, all right? So you could have had somebody who was like trying to like put mud on your name, or somebody's trying to drag you through the mud, make an example out of you, cause you problems. It feels like it's a Queen of Hearts in the shadow energy. Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Made you get really cold, super defensive, okay? Cut off a lot of people. I think you cut off a lot of people. Probably because you didn't know who you could trust, and maybe you didn't even know like where the energy was coming from for a while, I have to say, with the way it's kind of come out. 12:12 on the clock. Yeah, there's something that did start to come into alignment for you, though. I think that you started to get put in the loop of a situation, and now you're starting to get things balanced out in a new way. Here's that new beginning you're looking for on the bottom of the deck right there, Ace of Diamonds. It won't elude you, all right? What's earmarked for you is going to come on through, and it's actually going to happen this spring. Like it's going to happen. It's here, okay? Your new beginning is here, but you got to plant the seed. You got to take the action, all right? I do feel like where you wanted an opportunity for a new beginning, it's on its way. It's tangible. It's real. It's not just some like promise, you know, it's not something that is like just kind of hanging out there as a possibility. No, it's anchored in reality. And where you've been wanting some kind of like a new financial beginning, I do see this coming through. It looks good. So this may have suffered from some attacks. It may have suffered from some blockages. It may have been held up. This could even be in terms of any kind of commitment too. All right, I can see that. Something's getting ironed out here. All right, give me some more details about this new beginning for Aries that's coming in. Give me more details about this new beginning for Aries that is coming in here, Spirit. Any more details about this new beginning coming in for Aries here? All right. And this just flipped up. Okay, yeah, just trust. Okay, you've already been praying on this. You set up a lot of prayers around this with the 4 of spades, okay, in the light. Your prayers are about to be answered, right? You might have even recently set up a prayer like, prove it to me, show me. You're like Mississippi right now. You're like, you're in a show me state, you know? You're like, I don't want to, you know, count on things like finding a 4-leaf clover or finding a feather or a, you know, shiny penny on the ground. Like, no, you make it real, man. Like you're not wanting just like sort of these like spiritual inspirations or hopes to cling to. Yeah, like don't give me more of that. Like make it something real, man. Something that'll light my fire and actually gets me moving forward in a big way here, because I'm really tired of being stuck, right? But there's this piece here that you're only as stuck as you allow yourself to be with the 7 of clubs. There's something here you're being really stubborn about, and that's what's keeping you stuck with the 7 of clubs in the shadow. It's sort of like you got to be aware of what hill you're willing to die on. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're on a soapbox about something and you're defending it like so hardcore, and there's something you're not seeing accurately about this, about the way that it's actually keeping you stuck from moving forward toward the very thing you want. Okay, so give me some more details about this, because I do see you moving forward. Whoop. What is this here? Oh, it almost wanted to slip away. It almost wanted to slip away. This is about some soulmate connection, okay? Something you're wanting to turn around. Okay? I mean, this energy is coming in for sure. You could be dealing with another fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with an air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with a water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. These are kind of all the players we got on board, but it does really look like in a very big way, you know, fire forward, where your fire had been snuffed out, it's getting lit, you're getting going, you're not stuck anymore, something's turning around, you're wanting to turn something around. It looks like you got some assistance coming in here for this. It's been a bit, you know, worse for the wear. It's been like two ships passing in the night. You haven't been able to bring this thing into port, but it looks like something's coming in, something's being resolved here. What's this, you know? Oh, and there we go. King of Hearts. Okay, but you threw this away. Do you see? You see what I'm saying here? It's like the emotions. I think this is what needs to get on board. There's too much coming at this from this place of being really logical in the head and then being ruled by the passions. And what's needing to bring this thing in is you got to like get the heart on board. And it's like you're not wanting to look at that. All right. And that's the thing that's holding things up in this scenario. And I have to say right now on the board, let's see, what do we got here? We got King of Spades energy. We got King of Hearts energy. We got King of Clubs energy. So you know what you're in the process of doing right now is you're in the process of coming into that big Emperor energy, right? And the piece that's missing here is how do you ground it in material reality? But what I got is you got your opportunity. It's coming in. But in order for you to really claim this opportunity, the only way you're going to be able to do it is if you got to make yourself a little bit vulnerable. And I see like you're not wanting to do that. And this is the way you sabotage yourself. This is what you need to understand here. All right. This is the hidden way that you sabotage yourself and you shoot yourself in the foot and you cut off your opportunities. Okay. Once you allow yourself to really get real, let down your guard, and communicate in a real way, that balance you're hoping to find happens here. Do you see? This is clearing up some karma here. All right? Closing a karmic cycle. Debt paid in full. There was karma to balance out. You paid the debt. You paid the debt when you finally can, like, okay, take that risk to open up. Right? As long as you don't, you are blocking this victory you want to see of bringing this thing into alignment. It won't happen. You're sabotaging yourself with the Queen of Clubs energy. Your energy. So you got to let your guard down, man, okay? Or else you're just going to give yourself more opportunities for disappointment. This does want to turn around for you. One more round here, and then I'm going to do a cut of the deck. Any other details? Because, you know, work on letting down the guard a bit. Thaw out a bit. All right? Thaw out a bit. Drop into your heart a little bit. You can't receive anything if you're closed off in your heart space, okay? Yeah, it won't work that way, right? It's not going to work that way with the 8 of Diamonds in the shadow. It will not work. Your manifestation is not going to come in as long as you're in that space. You can't force something forward. You got to open up. You got to be receptive, you know. You got to follow the path with heart, all right? And that does mean you're going to have to walk away from certain things. And I'm getting it's like walking away from an old way of dealing with situations, all right? There's something you need to shift here. Cut the deck. What do we got? Jack of Spades. This is the problem. Too impetuous. Too much desire to just like move things forward really rapidly. It's not going to work. This is a situation that needs nurturing. And you really got to figure this out because there's a lot of trouble. You can put yourself in the penalty box by doing this. If you move forward too aggressively, if you move forward too quickly, and if you move forward in a way where maybe you cut something off, but you do it in such a way that it's really harsh or really brutal, like this could cause problems, all right? Big, big problems that could send you away. You know what I'm saying here? 8 of Spades to 6 of Spades in the shadow. If you go back to this old way of being really impetuous, really reckless, you're gonna get caught up, man. You're gonna get caught up at the crossroads. And it could cause a lot of problems, all right? So, you know, remember, move away from this kind of stuff. That doesn't resolve anything. You got to follow the path of heart to find the way forward, all right? So important. What's on the other side of the deck here? Yeah, you know, there needs to be a focus on growth in this situation, right? There needs to be a little bit of a different approach in this situation, or otherwise it's not gonna be what you hope it to be. The fulfillment will not be there, right? You can't just think about yourself in this situation or your needs or your desires, you know, it's too independently minded. There's a softening that needs to happen here. It's like there's a desire to turn around something in an important connection, but there's not the vulnerability and the transparency apparent that's making it possible. And this is what's always going to leave you feeling empty, all right? So this is the challenge, man. Can you open your heart? Can you be brave? Because I see that there's this opportunity that wants to come in for you. There's this new beginning that wants to happen here. There's this alignment that's coming in, but you can't do it. You can't receive it if you're not even open to it, if you're too afraid to let down your guard. Gotta let the drawbridge down, man.